The play clock's running down. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run with Marshall. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
In motion left, Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Play clock winding down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson got an open man. It's a noon one. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. They go play action here on first down. Anunua's got it, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. His way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. And here's Marshall. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
319.
This is Marshall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On play action, Rodgers looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
319!
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. In motion now is Lee. They'll run for it with Marshall. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's got room. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Come on, let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. As they run the counter play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. We have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Third down. That's more. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his left. His throw incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson on the move to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
On first down, it's Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Watson on first down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
In motion, Anunwa. To go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Watson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Anunwa that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. From the gun on third, Watson. And he's got Anunwa. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First and 10. Watson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watson off play action. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. He's got daylight. 20, 10, 5. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Houston. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half. And get on out and talk about it.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first down throw. Watson going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Faking the give. Now Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He got 29 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. To throw on second is Watson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go. Fire 38. Ohio.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Rodgers to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Keith Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Back to throw, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. They'll go with Foreman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Foreman, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans are in for 6. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here we go with 2nd and 7. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. In motion now is Lee. On third down, it's Moore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. A swing pass caught. A big-time play there for the Texans. 44 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now Foreman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Come on, let's go.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They run again with Foreman. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They come out here in the I. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Miles Jack able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The kicker here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 2nd and 10 here. Back to throw. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That's what love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So it'll be first down here after the run. He's back to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go. Try and 38.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Texans, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.